Where are we going as conscious beings with this information that's coming out? You know?
Well, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
What do you guess? What would you envision?
Well, there's so many different forces at work in the modern world. It's very hard to predict, isn't it? There's people who are interested in expanding our understanding of consciousness, taking into account the great traditions that we now have access to, Buddhist, Hindu, all these different religious traditions, understandings of consciousness. But there's other people who just want to sell more oil, make more profit, consume more goods, pollute the earth. I mean, there's tremendous destructive forces at work as well. They're not caused by people actually wanting to destroy the earth. They're just by people being greedy or thoughtless. And we're all greedy and thoughtless to some extent.
It depends how limited your view is. You see ourselves, if we use your work and see ourselves as interconnected and of influencing each other, and that we all exist perhaps in a larger field, a Gaia field, then we'll see that, you know, our actions impact the planet and each other. So I think that's why your work is so important, because it's about how we all affect each other.
Well, exactly, and I think that's really the shift in science to, well, instead of seeing everything as separate individuals, seeing that we're much more interrelated than science has previously supposed. And this has political and economic and survival implications.
Like what political implications would you see as a consequence of this?
Well, I think if we're connected, then our collective consciousness is important. The way that we collectively behave towards the planet. Environmental policies become enormously important. I mean, that's obvious to almost everybody, that we're affecting the climate and the chances of survival of life on the planet.
And the whole, if you believe the morphogenetic field, the more war we make, the more war becomes the habit of that human species. So the idea is to refrain and start to evolve ourselves to where we want to be.
Well, exactly. But unfortunately, one of the fastest growing habits on the planet at the moment is consumerism. As huge continents like India and China and huge parts of the world are being converted to Western-style consumerism.